Hi, you winners. Welcome to another Winning Wednesday. Now, it's really late, but I'm doing it anyway. So, 5 parts, I believe, points of this. I always want to say parts. 5 points to this Winning Wednesday. The first one is my dad. I told you guys that he was getting surgery this past Monday. So he did, and I went to go visit him Tuesday. Apparently, surgery is not fun for your liver. I mean, why would it be? But, they were originally going to cut out like 25-30% of his liver, but instead they only cut out 3%, and they burned off the rest of the things that were originally why they were cutting it out. Hemo somethings. They're like birthmarks, but on your liver. They're not supposed to be. Well, like, the term is for like a cluster of nerves or something, or blood vessels, and it looks like birthmarks, but it's weird to have them internally, and my dad does. So they think that's why he's having pain. So they burned off the rest, which apparently actually, as much as that sounds better, is a slower recovery process and a lot more painful. So my dad is not having a fun time. I didn't realize everyone was staying with him all the time, like 24 hours. Like, I feel like a shitty daughter. That's what I feel like. Because I just saw you for the day instead of trying to stay the night and spend more time with you. You're my freaking father. So, I had asked work if I could do Thursday too instead of just Tuesday, so tomorrow. Initially to spend the night tonight and go and spend time with him. Well, I did get it off, though I'm kind of... is a little bit of a conflict to try and get it off, because I guess it's not normal for people to go and spend the night for people that are recovering from a surgery. I don't know. Apparently they think it's weird, and I'm just like, but it's family. Like, I wasn't expecting it, which is what kind of sucks for them, because they didn't get to plan around it, but it's kind of like, I'm not doing this intentionally to hurt anyone. I just want to be with my dad. That's all I want. So, and to not feel like a shitty daughter. But, so I was going to spend the night tonight and go into tomorrow. Well, I'm still going into tomorrow, like, the entire time when I would have been at work anyway. But my grandma had called me and was like, I'm going to spend the night tonight, so you don't have to. I'm like, well, I mean, I can't spend the night tomorrow night. I asked off for Thursday, and it wasn't easy, so I can't do it again. And she's like, well, you can still come tomorrow, but, pretty much, I guess last night was really rough for him. He was really nauseous. He passed out. He was taken from ICU into a room at 11, and I don't know when the passing out and stuff happened. I'm assuming afterward. But today they had talk of putting him back into ICU. I don't know if that happened. I would assume I would have gotten texted about it. So I don't think that's happened quite yet. But, yeah. So he's having a rough recovery. And, I mean, yeah, he's recovering. I get that. I get that that's, like, why do you need to go see him if he's recovering, see him after work and stuff. I would more than gladly see him after work and then come home. Problem is, he's an hour and a half away at a hospital. So it's not easy. Like, literally, I'd only be there for, like, 1-2 hours and then have to come back to go to sleep, to go back to work. Like, it's just, if he was at any closer hospital, that'd be no big deal. But he's not. Which is great, because it's 3 hours of driving on top of the 1.5 I already drive to get to work and back. So it's like, no, thank you. So, there's that, but it's also like, I mean, work is really important, but in my mind, family will always be more important, because you might be like, oh, that sucks about work, like, get into super big trouble, or get fired, or whatever, but 1, your family's always there, usually. 2, if anything were to happen to my dad, and I didn't see him as much as I could, even if, like, he's doing perfectly fine, I was like, I don't need to see him because he's doing so good, and something were to go terribly wrong and I never saw him, I would never be able to live with myself. And if that were to happen, like, I probably wouldn't even be able to work, because I'd just probably hate myself for a good long while. Like, I don't know what would happen to me mentally if I just regretted not seeing my parent before they passed away. Like, that just, no. So, I mean, not that my dad's fine. It's just, I don't want to take any risks. I hate regretting anything. I don't regret anything. I can't even think of one thing I actually regret and wish I could take back, because everything has made me who I am. Because I live like this, where I don't want to regret anything, I will make course happen that will keep me from regretting anything. My dad means the world to me, as does my mom, as does a lot of people. But, I mean, they're my freaking parents. They raised me. And I'm sure my kid will be the same way for me. It's like they're my world. So I don't know what I would do without them. So they're the most important. I understand if it was like an aunt or uncle or grandparent, yeah, I'll try and see them afterward. I'd only see them probably once in the hospital, whatnot. But this is my father. So it's like, please understand. Just saying. So, that's my dad. Update on my dad. Update on my mom is she's just going to the doctor, because her back still hurts. It's a freaking broken vertebrae. I've been trying to help her out when I can. I've been getting them their mail. I've been saying hi to her frequently. After work, I've been visiting her every time. I've been trying to be a good daughter, damn it. There's a lot going on in my life. So I'm also going to possibly be babysitting my sister Saturday overnight. So my mom and stepmom and a friend of theirs that's visiting, that they don't have to deal with a small child at the same time as like freaking hanging out. So I will be babysitting a young child. We're going to have dinner. I think that's about it for that. So, eventful. Life is eventful. Point 2. Playthroughs. I have Psychonauts going on right now. Psychonauts is very challenging for me. Luckily, River was there to kind of like real quick walk through what I need to do, because I'm like, where's the plunger? Like, I don't know what it is! So I'm just like freaking out, trying to know where I'm supposed to go. I am not using the abilities that I was given. I need to. I'm so sorry for those that are watching, and they're like, use clairvoyance. I'm like, I'm sorry, I forgot it exists. I forgot what it does with its life. I don't know. So I am trying at Psychonauts. I'm terrible at this game. Then we just finished Soma, so that's done. Ending is done. If you watch the video, you'll see kind of my thoughts about it. Want to punch Simon in the face, but at the same time, the ending was appropriate. I thought there was going to be a bigger plot twist, and there was really no plot twist. So, there's that. I was really expecting, like, some big conspiracy shit. Nothing. It's what it's been the entire game. They weren't lying. So, it's like, well. As for after Soma, I mentioned it in Last Winning Wednesday, but currently I'm even working on the thumbnail for it. River keeps yelling at me because I'm procrastinating. For Fear. So I'm going to be playing Fear next. Because 2 of you said that you wouldn't mind watching it, and no one else said anything else. So I guess I'm playing Fear. I'm going to be playing it on casual. I'm going to say this in the beginning of the playthrough as well. I'm going to play it on casual because of 2 reasons. 1, if a game starts to get too hard, it's not scary anymore. And I like Fear 1 for its fear factor, not for its gameplay. I mean, yes, you know, I like using guns sometimes in games, but Fear is not a game that I particularly feel it's necessary to have it. I like that we are one, and we still are scared. Like, we're an army dude, and we're still scared of the ghosts. But there are some sequences with nothing but shooting and guns that I'm just like, okay, if this can end now, or this is a really impossible fucking enemy that I can't manage right now. I don't need another freaking Evil Within happening. So, also, my point 2 is that if it's on casual, then, or easy or whatever they label it as, it'll hopefully go by quicker because I'm dying less. I'm able to go through those things easier because I don't necessarily want it to be a lengthy playthrough. I don't remember if Fear really is a lengthy game. I think it's pretty average. But I don't want it to be focused on the combat. I would rather it be focused on the story and the creepy parts of it. I know a few of my friends have played it. I mean, me and Alicia Storm started playing it, and I had done a little bit then, but otherwise I've only watched it, been played. I know John played it and absolutely hated it. But he also, missed a lot of the things, and he had a hard time with it. So I'm hoping keeping it on casual will keep me and you guys enjoying the game. It's not because I can't do it on normal. I totally could. I could probably even do it on hard if I wanted to rage enough, but I don't feel like raging. I even had Evil Within on easy, and it didn't freaking matter because it had nothing to do with difficulty, only how many health kits you find, which doesn't matter with one-hit kills, and how much ammo you find. So really, it wasn't that. Didn't have anything to do with it. I don't know if Fear's the same way. If it is, it's well, I'm just playing on hard because I'm not observant anyway. So we'll find out. But I kind of like Mass Effect. I want to play for the story. I don't want to play for the difficulty. I'm not huge into let's challenge myself. I'm into I want to know what's going on in the game. I want to be a part of the story. And I want to experience it with the character as a player. So, that's what I'm doing with Fear. As for point 3, art. Now, I've got 1 commission done, 2 commissions done, and I don't know if Zero even watches my videos, but I am so sorry, Zero, because I've just not, with everything with my freaking life of parents and just everything that's been going down, I haven't had time to do any art, rarely at all. Pretty much thumbnails I do last minute and rushed, and it's been really difficult. So, because me and Zero did an art trade for him to do my outro music, I'm drawing him a picture, which I have not had time to do frickin' at all. So, I am still planning on doing it. If you are sick of waiting, I will pay the money instead. I totally understand if it's just, too obnoxious to wait for me. It's, oh my god, my life. But as for anyone else, I can do commissions, but it'll take time. It's because of everything that's been going down. I'm hoping closer to the end of November I'll be okay. Time-wise, it should be fine. Early November, or early December. I know Christmas holidays can be difficult, but hopefully I'll have more time. The easiest thing for me to do, and to do quicker, is icons. I actually got commissioned for 2 not logos, but icons for YouTube channels. So that I can do. But yeah, the reason Zero's has taken so long is because it's a full body, not even line art, cell shading. It's trying to be somewhat realistic. It's gonna take a while. So, the more in-depth a picture is, the longer it'll take me. But if it's pretty small, especially just lettering, if it's more of a graphic design thing, that's easier. It will not take me long at all. If it has to do with me drawing, it'll take a little longer, but if it's just a headshot, it's not too bad. Especially now that things have kind of slowed down, whereas the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it's been eventful. So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. Point 4, I can't count 4, collabs. That's going to be tomorrow and the next day. There's going to be videos uploaded that were collaborations. I'm not going to tell you what games, but, we played one of them before and the other one's a new game. Fridays, I think, is going to be uploaded. That's the new one. But I will be playing with the standard crew of Mr. Craven, Harshly Critical, and Bowling Otter is now our other constant, it seems like recently. Bowling Otter and Lissy, both of them. I just sometimes say Bowling Otter, and I encompass the 2 of them inside of that. Manly was not able to make it this time, but yeah, the 5 of us all played games together. But yeah, seems like we kind of have a standard crew going, at least for this specific game, but kind of like with other games. I mean, we've just been dabbling here and there. It's really fun. You won't be able to hear Lissy very well because they haven't figured out how to do Skype at the same time without an echo happening. So she's very, very, very quiet in the background. You can barely hear her at all. But you'll hear her when she screams. But yeah, otherwise you mainly hear me, Craven, John, and Matt. So yeah, those will be tomorrow and Friday. And they're pretty fun, I think. I haven't edited them yet, but I did the thumbnails already. So then last thing, point 5. I did not go to the sofa show with River, unfortunately. We really, really wanted to. And we looked up the walking distance, and it was over an hour, I think, of walking. It's insane. And with over an hour of walking, it was like a wind chill of 30. Fuck that. So we decided to just kind of stay at home. I forgot what we did instead. I think we walked around the mall. We did shopping for my mom. It was a very long day. Went to like get groceries for ourselves and stuff, and get to visit a few places like stores. Pier 1's pretty cool. We were trying to find a World Market. I don't know if that's native to Illinois or if it's World Market is everywhere.
There's one in Texas.
One in Texas apparently, and Pier 1 I don't know. But Pier 1's like a smaller World Market without the food too, which disappointed River and Shy Guy terribly. Because we did a World Market in Evanston. It was pretty big. So we just kind of like explored some stores that are around me that we had never looked at before. And I've lived here for 22 years. Oh my god. Anyway, so we did that Saturday. Now, what we did do when we visited my dad yesterday was on the way home, because it was rush hour. Yay. Rush hour in Chicago. Yay. So we went to a mall in Skokie. Was it Woodfield? Was
it what?
Hawthorne? Woodfield Mall? It was some mall in Skokie. They only have 3 of them. And
Woodfield Old Orchard?
Yeah, Woodfield Old Orchard. Wait, I have a card. Oh, yes, it's Old Orchard. Pretty much, yes, we went there, and it's kind of cool. I mean, it was kind of chilly. It's all outdoors, which was really funny, because I was talking about how I knew of a mall that I wanted to go to that was all outdoors, but I couldn't remember where it was. We accidentally came across this because we thought this one was a different one I was thinking of. So we ended up here. They have some cool stores. It's a lot of rich stores. We were just like, we're not going to step in there because they're going to talk to us and we are uncomfortable. Because as much as, and we're poor, as much as, I really enjoy malls and stuff, and the fact that this is outdoor is really cool, I get a little overwhelmed when the focus is on me as a customer. So when I walk into a store, they're like, hi, how are you doing? Can I help you with anything? And I get asked that like 4 times while I'm in there. And these are very, like, they're not small stores, but there weren't many people at all. I think because it was cold and because it was dinner time, and there's restaurants there, not a fast food court or anything, so everyone was probably locked up inside eating. So we're just like, we're going to avoid certain stores so we don't get talked to. But it's really cool there. I recommend if you guys are in Illinois, by the Chicagoland area, I would say Skokie Outside Mall is pretty freaking cool. Old Orchard. Yeah. The reason I'm saying I'm looking at something is Lovesac. I freaking love Lovesac. Sponsor. No. I want Lovesac so bad. It's just so expensive. It's a future savings type idea. But we went to that. We went to this tea place that's really cool called what?
Wish you hadn't just asked that.
River doesn't remember. I did have the brochure with me. It's gone now. I don't know. Did Bear knock it over? I don't know. But we went to this really cool tea place. It wasn't Tivana, although there is a Tivana there too. There's also a Lush, which is really cool. What is it?
Adagio.
Adagio. It's
Adagio.
Adagio. if you guys heard that. It's pretty cool in there. It's like, if you love tea, I'm not a big fan of tea, but if you love tea, it's freaking awesome in there. It's like a freaking playground for tea lovers. There's even like fandom tea blends, which is what I thought was pretty cool, even though I don't like tea. It's like, if I like tea, I would get those. Like, that's awesome. So, yeah, I highly suggest it if you're in the area, even if it's just for like an hour or two. It's pretty cool to walk around. So, especially when it's warm, but if it's cold, bring a jacket. So, I think that's about it. Those 5 points that took 20 minutes to talk about. So, otherwise, I hope you guys are winning at life. And let me know what's going on in your lives down in the comments. I'm always listening, and reading. So keep winning at life, guys, and I'll see you then. Bye, winners. Say bye.
Bye.